like to begin by congratulating all the nominees and winners at the 2021 RTDNA Awards. Certainly receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award is a pretty humbling act. Recognition from your peers is, well, there really is no better recognition, I don't think. This is especially special for me because of the fact that I've always worked in small markets. I started in Lloydminster. I worked in Prince George for nearly 30 years, and now I've been in Kamloops for the last few years. And although originally I wanted to, go to the big market, once our children came along, it just seemed like the right thing to do was to stay put and raise our children in one location. And we did that in Prince George. We were there for about 30 years, and we never regretted a moment. Prince George was a wonderful city for us, and we're really glad that we chose the route that we chose. One of the highlights for me really was the 2015 Canada Winter Games. We had limited resources at CKPG, again a small market, but we were able to pull together an evening newscast that ran live from the Canada Games Winter Plaza for 2 weeks, the entire 2 weeks of the games. And it was really a special event. It was special for the city. It was special for everybody that was involved in it. Certainly the people that were in front of the camera and the people that were behind the camera put in so much effort and pulled it off. It really ran without a hitch. And I think it's a career highlight for anyone that was involved in that production. It really was a special time. I've really enjoyed working with young journalists over my career. It's really great to see them get started in the business and then grow into mature young people. I've always thought it's important for me to try and push them out of their comfort zone so they can expand their skills, and certainly some of those people have really flourished and been able to make great careers for themselves, and it feels really good to see some of their successes. Collectively, I believe as journalists, we're doing as good of a job as we've ever done over time, but it is very disheartening to see the level of anger that is directed at our profession these days. And I really worry about the effect that it's having on young people, especially those who are just starting in our business, and even more so those who are perhaps in a high school classroom trying to determine if this is the career that they want to take. So I really encourage you to reach out to the young journalists that you see, that you come across, support them, help them out, pass along your expertise and your skill, and be there for them, because they're our future in our business, and we need to make sure that they stay in our business and continue to grow. I got to thank Catherine McCarthy, who pulled together the nomination for me. Thank you very much, Catherine. I want to thank Ken Kilcullen, who pulled me back from the communications world, back into the media world, and really did the right thing for me by convincing me to come back. And I want to thank Rod Schween as well, who also opened up a new world of leadership for me in this business. But most of all, I need to thank my wife and my children. My wife Colleen, my children Kim and Reg. They've made all sorts of sacrifices for me over my career, and I can't thank them enough. Thank you.
Hello. I would just like to say that I am so humbled and honored and delighted to be receiving this award. Thank you very much indeed to the RTDNA. And I would also like to thank my coworkers over the years, news directors, talk show hosts, all people who have helped me along the way succeed, tell the stories that I do day in and day out. Nobody succeeds in this world by themselves. It is usually a team effort, and that is so true in a radio newsroom. I hope along the way, along the journey, I have not only been able to inform people, but give people a voice who necessarily wouldn't have a voice, give others a hand up, and help people solve problems. I've always had a passion for what I do. I love what I do. I always have. Every morning when I sit down at my computer, I'm excited for what the day will bring, for the stories that I will be able to tell. It's an honor to be able to do that. It really is. It is a privilege. And that is not lost on me at all. And I think it's so important to do what you love and love what you do. And I'm very grateful that I've been able to do that over all these years. So thank you very much.
Hi there. I know everyone says this when they get a Lifetime Achievement Award, but surprised, deeply humbled, really appreciate this honor. And the next thought is kind of like, wait, lifetime? Is that it? Am I done? Maybe not, we'll see. But truly, there are so many people to thank. Trina Wood, who put my name forward, thank you. The RTDNA board who approved this. You know, as a reporter, you kind of slog away. You don't really think anybody's paying attention. So I really appreciate this. It's really nice to be recognized. Also have to thank, BCIT, 1974, by a fluke, got into the broadcast journalism program. Then hired by CJOR, #2 radio station at the time. We tried harder. And the legendary Erwin Swangard, who was feared by many, but became a grandfather figure to me, and I found out later protected me many times from being fired. Going from the youngest at everything, youngest beat reporter, youngest radio newscaster, to then being hired by KVOS TV for my first TV job. They called us the A team, as in, I've got a story, A. They thought this was really funny because we were Canadians. And then Helen Slinger called me and said, "You're crazy not to work for the CBC." And for 35 years, she was right. It was an amazing run. Then also being hired by the Journal, 10 years there, going from Burnaby to Baghdad, Surrey to Sarajevo, almost getting killed a bunch of times. But man, what an experience. What an incredible time. Then Newsworld brought me back to Vancouver, my hometown, and then back into the Vancouver newsroom. The late, great Liz Hughes gave me a new job in the newsroom, paired me up for the most part with Paisley Woodward, who became my work wife, as she would describe herself. And I knew when I was working with Paige that I finally had a chance at winning some awards, because Paisley was so good at producing amazing work. So thank you, Paisley. So it's been an incredible 45-year run in total in broadcast journalism, and 35 years at the CBC. I have been so lucky in my career, and I feel so lucky to win this Lifetime Achievement Award. RTDNA, thank you very much.